Taking the shadow of goodness onto the path is a little bit of about the importance of unveiling our shadow, so to speak. But then question is what to do with that unresolved stuff coming up. We are facing a dilemma, globally, personally, which is evident in the symptom of our daily life, both massively in the human civilization, if I may use that term, and also ecology, personal level, global level. These symptoms arise from the unmet need, unresolved, unacknowledged need at the first chakra for the society, and the second chakra and the third chakra for the society. So what to do is the question. Use that idea of channel ground in Cho practice as well as Tantra and Tibetan tantric practice, this idea of the channel ground. Of course, it's very important concept in Dakini practice. First, our approach, we take into our own personal work to be done. And we really cannot be effective in our world or with my neighbors or roommates. If my internal world is too much rigid, which is a shadow, you can say, unrecognized need, because it's color the lens in which we can see the world. So our inner lives are activated by our self-event, telling us that there is something, some kind of threat from externally, something externally happening, or that somebody did something, we look at the event, then we feel this threat. Of course, it's a big discussion. Historically and generically, we are wired as well. Then what to do about it is our discussion. Maybe we are not grieving enough, not shedding tear enough. Maybe this culture itself not allowed us to grieve. We are living in this culture of a very strong grieving is weak. To be vulnerable, allowed ourselves to be vulnerable. Then the transformation, next level of the transformation. I view the path is to be completely human and completely awake, completely Buddha. This human side, which involved shadow, no? So we live this world of contradiction or dilemma. Then as a yogis and yoginis on the spiritual journey, we take these personal and global challenges or dilemmas to be a manifestation of our unresolved karma and opportunity for purification and transformation. So this is a perfect opportunity. They provide us opportunity to leap from the old habitual patterns to something that is more in accord with reality, authenticity, and truth. That's how I view clearing all the stuff, all the karma, then bringing the freedom, space, spaciousness, acceptance, then create new lives and new world, more in line with our own values, our own spiritual values and spiritual practice. There is a recommendation. We stop accumulating this residue. Then at some point, we reach the tip point, less needing to be resolved or become problematic, or stop accumulating while you are resolving whatever that means to each of us. So then, of course, how to stop. Then the Dharma practice or this kind of discussion or community, or the maybe if you have a less reliable and therapist whom you work with, or the spiritual guide who can hold the space for us to really okay to be vulnerable. But we are bringing both some of the difficulties and also our beauty with each other. And also the fourth chakra, this heart, this compassion itself, that is who you are. When we do the Cho practice, right? We as a great mother, then embrace gods and demons. We invite the gods and demons. We invite our troubled child. Then embrace, then see, listen, pay attention. So we need and awaken presence and confidence in one's own nature. Who and what you are is not broken, doesn't need any healing. Just see if we can start to have a trust in that more and more. So the less we do, less this stuff, stop accumulating stuff. How we can do? We can experience completely. You know, my experience, I'm still working on it, but the grief of having lost my son, I didn't want to kind of shove it in somewhere else. I wanted to experience fully. And also body carry the memories. So that's why this somatic experience, somatic movement, for example, I emphasize the subtle body training. Those things are so important. Resolving non-verbal difficulties with non-verbal approach. So of course we can talk about things, but something we carried even before the language, we can verbalize it. Our body remembers something wordlessly before we have language available to the brain. We have experience in life and we hold the body memory or flinch. Those experiences wordlessly. Then at the time we try to explain with words, then we start to feel, oh, something wrong with me. You know, there is something wrong with me. Nobody feeling this way. Nobody is grieving. Nobody this or that. Then we need somatic processing, yoga or yogic practice or pranayama, breath or chanting. So in Dakini's whisper from the beginning, I brought in this aspect, non-verbal movement aspect, letting or allowing the body to go through the process. So healing in this kind of communities, need conversations, vulnerability, authenticity, honesty, body-oriented practice, all those things I really wanted to bring to this environment, this Dakini Whispers communities while we are practicing spiritual journey. But then again, I wanted the spiritual practice to be not separate from the human journey.